Yeah.
Yo, guys, RDS, Old Man G here, back again. I'm joined by the amazing George from Bayern Now. George, buddy, how you doing, man? How you doing? Thanks for coming on.
Terrible, man. What's that long intro for? Mr. Beast.
Didn't you get the hype? The hype of the Champions League, it's back. It's back, buddy. It's back.
That's too long, man.
I'll
That
cut it.
that
I'll cut it
that,
by a
that
minute
was
next
that was longer than Arsenal fans waiting to get back into this competition.
time.
It's crazy. I'm just sitting here like rubbing my hands. Like, all right, cool. We're gonna get started. And it's another minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
I know you want to cook. I know you want to cook. I know you want to cook. I know you cook. So I
I
mean,
don't think my team's gonna cook though.
well, see. Okay, so we'll get into it. By the way, guys, if obviously you need to try to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio, follow us on Twitter and smash the notification button. Samasi, I see you in the chat, who is obviously a resident Bayern fan as well. Shout out to you, Samasi, and shout out to everyone, Atonement, Matthew, etc. We max it, appreciate it. Um, let's just get into it, really. So, because obviously the Champions League games are finished. Pretty much everyone that won. The results came as expected. PSG, City, etc. But we're talking about Bayern and Manchester United now. So obviously, because you're the guest, when you go first, George, what are your expectations actually going into this game? Like 4-0, 5-0, like Kane hat trick. Like what actually are you expecting to do at the Allianz Arena as Manchester United side?
Well, first of all, I want to have a moment of silence for Atletico Madrid. Their own medicine was used against them. Lazio's goalkeeper scored a 95th minute winner. So I just want to say to all the Atletico Madrid fans and to their players, I hope you hold this sausage, like Nina Agdo, Logan Paul's girl. Hold this sausage, all right? Because they've been doing this to every team, my team included. These 1-0 victories last, and now they got it against them. This is beautiful. This is football poetry right here. So I love it.
Heritage, man.
Oh, you asked a really good question about expectation going into this game. And I'm going to be honest, our midfield is open like a gas station. So United are going to have chances on the transition. Tuchel has a lot of pressure on him because he has to get our team to perform. Now, of course, he has the excuse that on the last day of the transfer window, we couldn't get over two very important players we needed. We only have one right back right now, and the other one is a midfielder. Konrad Leimer is switching between those positions because he can play both of them. But we needed a right back. We also crucially needed a DM. If Casemiro was just a few years younger and played for us, my life would be fixed forever. That's the kind of player we need, and we don't have that. Our midfield is going to be Kimmich and Goretzka, and the synergy's not there. It's never been there between that partnership. Kimmich is being wasted playing babysitting for a grown man, and I think United are going to have some opportunities if Rashford can get on the counter. My expectation in this game is a draw, to be honest, because
Wow.
I'm terrified we're going to get in a rhythm where United defend really deep and well, and then maybe we score, but then they score right back with some corner.
Okay.
We're not
Like
defending
the
set
like the like
piece
the
well.
99 final. I get it. Yeah, with a corner goals, but yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, we're not defending set pieces well. I just see something happening to make this game a draw. But here's the thing, my expectation as a Bayern fan is that we beat you 5-0. That's really what I want, what I think we need in this game. Thomas Tuchel is going to get sacked if he doesn't continue our streak of winning every group stage game. We haven't lost a group stage game in I don't even remember the last time we lost a group stage game.
It must have been when Fergie was still around. I have
No,
a feeling. I
no.
have a
I mean, we've lost games. I think we lost in 2017 to PSG, but I don't know the exact other loss we would have gotten.
okay.
But the point is, we've been winning in the group stage for the last 6 years. We are the most dominant team until March, probably,
Yeah.
right? We always get to quarters. So we have to maintain our streak of winning in the group stages. It's at home as well. So Tuchel needs to coach some kind of 5-0 win. This team needs to click. But I have a feeling we might mess around and lose. or draw the game. Because everyone looks at Bayern because they don't watch us week in, week out. But, well, I do. I watch us every week. And I'm seeing the deficiencies in our team. Bayer Leverkusen came to us with a great game plan from Xabi Alonso. They were able to almost win the game at certain stages. And now people will say referees screwed us, but we shouldn't be relying on referees to make good decisions in order for us to win. We have to just play to win every game. And yeah, man, I'm not confident. But here's the beautiful thing. Your team is trash, man.
I knew this was coming.
Your team is dookie. Hey, I'm surprised you guys haven't signed Donald Trump because you're signing more players with cases than coronavirus, man. This is insane. Everyone in your team got a case. You got a bunch of boxers, man. Heavyweights, lightweights, every division. Floyd Mayweather's jealous because the only undefeated boxers in the world play for Manchester United. Hey, yo, check Rashford. Make sure he's not busting up his girl's mouth every night.
Oh, no.
If she speaks to him anyhow. But yeah, man. Yeah, nah, your team is terrible, man.
I mean, what's I go and say, Matthew, like this is the summarize of like Matthew, but shout out to Matthew. And it's like, if we lose by 3 goals, it'll be a good result. And I don't know. I've not seen any United fan chat. Even the great Mark Goldbridge was like, I actually predict us to lose 2-0. And that is coming from him. So if he's doing that, then I don't know. I don't see any United fan channels like saying that. I think that when you look at this United squad, not only are we in a mess, but we're injury driven. You said you've got like one right back available. Like we don't have any more fullbacks. The fullbacks that we have are starting in.
They're in court, man. They're in court too.
No. Well, who's starting? So Dallo is there. He's our right back. Reguilon is the guy we got on loan. Wan-Bissaka's out injured for 2 months. Luke Shaw's goodness knows when he's going to come back. Varane still is injured, so we're going to probably be playing Lindelof and Martinez.
Oof, this is music to my ears.
And that's assuming that nothing happens to any of the back four. Because if something happens to the back four, like Dallo picks up an injury, then that means Lindelof will probably have to be moved to the right.
This is beautiful news, man. Look, if we don't win by at least 3 goals, we lost. There's no way we don't.
You're costing your midfield, but quite frankly, we've got a 30-year-old midfield. We've got Casemiro, Eriksen, both who don't have legs, Bruno, who is a passion merchant right now. That's all we have in the midfield.
Yo, they're saying Bruno Fernandes is losing more balls than Nina Agdo, man. Nah, that guy is a possession maniac. He is possessed with something because every time he touches the ball, he's losing it.
Is it true you guys wanted Scott McTominay? Because we have him on the bench. The only hope
maybe McSauce could have come in.
He might give you a game to show like try and advertise himself. Be like, guys, hey, you know what? Come for me. I mean, you don't like Goretzka. I could sort of.
No, we didn't want Scott McTominay. What happened was Bayern were looking at every single DM that could have been available, any midfielder that could have played the number 6 position, and McTominay's name probably showed up in there. There was never any concrete links. We wanted Paulinho from Fulham, and this guy was in a Bayern shirt in Munich, and we screwed it up because we didn't get the deal done because Fulham didn't get a replacement. But it's stupid because the German window closes before the English one. Why didn't we just say, hey, Fulham, you have a longer window than ours to find a replacement for him?
Well, I think the irony is that, speaking of Scott McTominay, was that they wanted Scott McTominay to be that replacement. They spoke to Manchester.
This guy's desired, man. He is. Everyone wants him except you guys. Apparently, you're holding him back.
Yeah, I mean, he's great for Scotland. I mean, he's great. It's just that when he plays further forward, like away from the defense. But when he's having to sort of sit and be a 6, it just doesn't work, So
yeah, and I don't know why we would have even had any potential links to him. But we were also linked to an Eric Dyer from Spurs. It's one of those things where when a club's desperate, like we were for a DM, and they have their number 1 option, and that option isn't as feasible, they're gonna kind of look around and see what they can find.
What was I going to say? Speaking of English players, so how are you? Obviously, Harry Kane, major signing for Bayern Munich. Like I was watching you, like you were literally going from like Spurs are the worst club in the world to Spurs are the best club in the world, waiting for Harry Kane to be signed.
Hey, they gave us Kane, man. Look, Spurs, you got a soft spot in my heart now. Apparently, there's a release clause in there, which from a
Yeah.
Spurs perspective is stupid. Kane's going to
Fabrizio
be like
said that
33 by the
apparently.
time he's like fully done with achieving things at Bayern. Why the hell would you want a 33-year-old? And I'm guessing it's not a cheap release clause or buyback clause. It's going to be like 90 million or 80 million.
Yeah.
Look, I wouldn't mind Kane. I've said it before. Kane's not here for 8 years. No, he's here for 3 to 4 seasons, 2 to 3 seasons. And let's hope he wins the Champions League because we have a youngster that's coming through, Matisse Tell, who he's cold with it, man. Oh, man, the only difference between him and Mason is that he's not beating up his girl. So as long as Matisse Tell keeps his head straight, he could reach those levels, man. And he's coming on, one of our most influential players. He's cold. But so if Kane pops in for 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons and leaves, I don't care that much, as long as he achieves something. Now, on his overall performances, he's scoring goals, but he needs time to gel with the rest of the team because we need rhythm. And if I'm being honest, I criticize Tuchel's play style. I mean, or lack thereof, because we don't really have a set identity. We almost play like you guys with more dominance in possession, whereas you guys really don't have any identifiable style of play. I mean, Arteta, Mikel Arteta, in his first few seasons at Arsenal, you could see what he was going for, right? He didn't have the quality and the kind of players and the profiles he wanted, but you could tell the structure he was wanting to play with game after game. Well, I still haven't seen that from Tuchel after, I don't know, has it been 4 months already or 9 months, 5 months, something like that, since March or April. So I don't see that style yet. And the complaints could be he hasn't signed his DM that he really wanted. That could be a good complaint. But I'm looking at the overall picture and I just haven't seen it. And it's irritating. So Kane, in order to gel with his teammates, needs a structure that allows repeated patterns of play, and it's just not happening.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt Kane will obviously win trophies at Bayern Munich, like Bundesliga, it's that. Do you think that because obviously I think everyone knows that probably City are the biggest threat for the Champions League this season. I think that's fair enough to say that.
Yeah, they strengthened. They still have a top level striker, but now the better striker, Julian Alvarez, is finally getting an opportunity to shine, and he's shining. I think he scored today. I'm not exactly
sure. He scored. Did he score 2 goals? Or was it 1 goal? I think definitely 1 goal. I think. Yeah.
We were linked to him, and he said it out of his mouth that Bayern were linked to him, but City just came in more money, more everything. So annoying. But yeah, City strengthened. They brought in Doku, kept Bernardo Silva, kept Kyle Walker. So now they have the depth and they still have the quality, if not more. I mean, they lost some players, but Vardio probably overpaid for him, and maybe they shouldn't have bought him directly. They could have just waited an extra year because Vardio was still very raw. But nevertheless, they strengthened. They have a better team now than they did last year. And Bayern are kind of hoping that in January we can go back in and fix the positions we need help in. But I'm also wondering if Tuchel's going to last beyond March. Because the way we're playing.
You think he might get sacked?
Dude, yeah. I mean, we sacked Nagelsmann when the results were really good in terms of Champions League performances. We had just beaten PSG. We had City coming up. We brought in Tuchel to win the Champions League. And if we're playing the way we're playing, I think we're going to start drawing a lot of games. I think.
So who comes in? Because I don't see right now, especially obviously you're not going to get Nagelsmann's gone back. He's taking the German job. I don't see who's.
Well, we're not going to get Nagelsmann back ever. I mean, the ego of the club. We
Yeah,
sacked you.
we
We ain't
do that.
bringing you back. Like
Yeah.
you cheated on us, basically. We're gonna bring you back. Well, he didn't cheat on us, but actually, I'm pissed off at Nagelsmann because he could have gone to PSG and the club would have made a nice little hefty transfer fee because we still had his contract, and he decided to wait and then end up at the German national team for nothing. And now we get to play a friendly game versus Germany and get to keep the ticket sales as compensation for that. Annoying.
That's interesting. Okay.
So, it's interesting you ask who's going to come in. I hope it's someone new, different. I have a feeling it's going to be
Hansi Flick will be available. Hansi Flick's available, isn't he?
I wouldn't mind seeing my boss come back. I think Hansi Flick could end up at United because there will always win. No, he would actually be a good manager for you. See, Flick is a good team coach, but I don't think he would work at a national team. I said it before he joined. I said, this guy is the kind of manager to need a lot of time with his players week in, week out. And he has a great, I think he can manage the egos. I don't even know why there are egos at your club. You don't even have players that are really that good. You don't have no
they're paid a lot of money. That's the problem.
They're just paid a lot of money, but that don't mean like they should have an ego because in terms of their talent level, Sancho isn't some Messi. He ain't that. He came from Dortmund. He should be grateful he's there. So
speak well. I agree with you. I agree with George. Just there's certain United fans that treat Sancho like he's basically like on the same level as Mbappe, and I'm like, I don't know what this guy has done to deserve to be on that, but it is what it is, So
this guy said Ralph wanted in Alvarez, Casado, Sesko, and Zakaria. Well, Ralph, he could have been your manager for
Oh yeah.
He's more of a director kind of, behind the scenes, working, pulling the strings. So for us, I think Xabi Alonso is probably the most obvious option because ex-Bayern player, ex-Liverpool and also ex-Madrid player. Madrid are really going to fight for him next summer. And if Bayern were to sack Tuchel, we would try to get him first. And I just see this Tuchel ends up at Madrid. Yeah,
Roger, she says, "Hey guys, do a combined." The funny thing is, I was thinking about that and then realized it would be very quick. I generally think we could do it.
Well, who would you have in goal? I'd probably just give you your goalkeeper.
Onana.
He's better than Ulreich. I don't care what mistakes Onana makes. He's going to be better than Ulreich. But here's the thing. I think we have a good goalkeeper who we just signed from Israel, Daniel Peretz. And for some reason, we just we didn't give him any chances to play so far. So we just signed him. So, and Neuer's back. Yeah, Neuer should be back.
When is Neuer back?
Wait,
tomorrow?
No. He won't be back tomorrow. I'm tripping. He was supposed to be back last week, but his delay keeps getting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What happened to Neuer? That's fraudulent. That's fraudulent. That's fraudulent. When you're supposed to be resting, you've been knocked out, and you go on a skiing trip and you do that. That's like, come on.
Look, this is what happens when you're a 39-year-old man dating 18-year-old girls. Man, they get you doing things that you shouldn't be doing at your age. She's basically your daughter in a sense.
Oh dear.
You're out here skiing. I've never heard that. Like a grown man going skiing. So yeah, that was stupid considering he's an athlete and there's games coming up in literally 3 weeks from the time he did that. So you're right. Neuer made an absolute he made his first goalkeeping mistake in his career. I don't remember any other actual mistakes. So, well, going to you, how do you think your team plays? Don't be pessimistic. Be optimistic.
Okay. I'm gonna be. So I'll come to some of you guys' comments in the chat. We'll look at some of these comments. But the problem with United following right now is that like Ten Hag does not have a he doesn't have like at least close enough to what his starting 11 would be. So we're having to make shift and do a lot of things. So Onana, was brought in to be a kind of ball playing keeper, so to play out from the back and distribute and etc. Can't really do that with the players he has in front of him, which is a bit of a problem. You got a defense that's basically on its last legs because we have like at least three possibly four actually defensive injuries. Maguire, if anyone's interested, isn't going to be going because he's picked up an injury. So the only available centre back that United have.
Oh no, he picked up an injury, man.
Oh, you say that? I actually, it's bad because the alternative is that we have Johnny Evans, who's 35 years old, and
I'll be honest, anyone's better than Maguire, man. I don't even.
Now, in fairness, I think Maguire's better than Nicolas Sule. Sule is bad. I just saw the PSG Dortmund game today, and goodness knows what that guy was doing to give away that penalty, man. He just seems to be a liability for Dortmund. But sorry, go on.
Nah, I still think Maguire. We're talking about a man that's passing the ball to Ghost. Concede. We're talking about a man with more own goals than goals. I don't think there's any comparison. I mean,
the only thing I'll give in his defense, I hate both of them because he is bad. But to be fair, internationally for his team, he did get England to that European Championship final.
He didn't get England to that. What happened was he had a team of 11 other people that carried him. I mean, that's really the truth.
But they didn't concede though. They didn't concede up until the final though. So that's got to be on the defense though. You got to give him that.
So yeah, I mean, the thing is, we all know what he's doing at United, and we can judge his quality as a footballer.
Yeah,
and he's terrible, man. How did you guys not scout that at Leicester? I mean, it was kind of obvious that.
I mean, to be fair, Pep, and like he was in demand. Like Pep wanted him. I think
I think City be doing that just to throw some clubs off. You know how they wanted Declan Rice? Do they really if City want a player, I feel like they're getting them. If they really went like, yo, Declan, you're coming. Why would Pep even link himself to Declan Rice when he has Rodri?
Well, the thing with City is that they don't tend to spend more than 60, maybe max 70 for a player anyway. Like I've never seen them spend more than 70 mil.
I mean, they just spent 90 million on the right player, like 100 million on Vardio, or 95 million, whatever it was.
Was it? I didn't think it was up to 95. I thought it was 65.
Are you talking British pounds or euros? I'm speaking.
Oh, sorry, British pounds. So I'm thinking in sterling. Yes.
I mean, they would have still spent something around 80 million or 88 million British pounds, whatever makes 100 million euros. So on the right player, they also spent 100 million on Jack Grealish, who is one of my favorite players. That guy he's a baller, man. And the thing is, it's on the right player that they will spend that amount of money. They won't just go and spend that amount of money on Declan Rice or Harry Maguire because they'll just find Ruben Diaz as opposed to wasting their time on Maguire. But here's the theory. City never wanted Ronaldo. Pep never wanted that. Pep never wanted Ronaldo. But why did those links happen? They wanted United to sign him and be like, yo, let's bring him here. You got to think like City's management knew exactly what they were doing. Getting United to go, we can't lose a club legend to City because that, optically speaking, looks terrible on us. So that made Ronaldo join United and then, give you some of the worst football you've ever seen. And then break down your dressing room and end up in Saudi Arabia ruining Al Nassr. So, there's some Ronaldo fanboys in here saying, no, he didn't ruin Al Nassr. Yeah, sure. They just happened to have gone from a team that was winning things to a team that's losing everything now with Ronaldo. But at least he's scoring. The point is, City, if they wanted to, could have bought Maguire. And they made you think they really wanted him. And then they went ahead and signed Ruben Diaz, a superior footballer in every way to Maguire.
Which is true. And ironically enough, United were linked with Ruben Diaz, but were like, it's not ours. It's not ours.
Wait, let me quickly your lineup, Onana.
Oh, sorry. I was going to go to you. Like, what's the Bayern lineup actually before I go to mine? How do you think you guys are going to start?
We're super predictable. It's going to be Sven Ulreich in goal, Mazraoui, great right back, amazing. But sorry, he's not going to play Mazraoui, our best right back. He's going to play Konrad Laimer because he's fast and he tackles and he runs. But Mazraoui does all those things. He's just a classy footballer, right? So he's going to go with Konrad Laimer, likely. And then right center back, Upamecano and Kim Min-jae, left center back, which is annoying. Well, I mean, Upamecano and Kim have built a nice partnership. I don't think he's going to change that. But maybe De Ligt could get a minute. I don't know. Left back, it's going to be Davies. Midfield, very simple for us. It's going to be Kimmich and Goretzka. He's not going to change it. Also, we have no one to change to, right? And then right wing, Sane, he's in form. Hopefully he can continue it. In the attacking midfield position, Musiala just came back from injury, played about 20 minutes last game, but I don't think he's really in rhythm to be playing, so it's going to be Thomas Muller. And then left wing, Gnabry. Kingsley Coman might come in and start, but I have a feeling he's just going to go with Gnabry off the bat. And then up top, we're going to have Choupo-Moting. No, I'm joking. Obviously, that's a joke. Yeah, it's going to be Choupo-Moting. But if Tuchel wants to be smart and make me happy, he should just play Mazraoui right back. And also drop Gnabry and play Matisse Tell because he's in form and Gnabry is doing what he does every year. He's conning us. It's funny because we have a winger that has a great first half of the season, Leroy Sané, and then dips off in the second half of the season. And then we have another winger who has a great or a terrible first half of the season and then starts performing last end of the season. So it's Gnabry and Sané. They switch. They have that role. So maybe Coman starts, but I think Gnabry, he's going to start. And he's also, he has a decent record against English teams. That's the hope. And then, man, that's it. What about you?
So I think at the United it's fairly predictable because I said we've got so many injuries. So
wait, hold on. Before you talk, this Lillis United guy says, Upa Maguire, I'm not worried. LOL. And
who said that? Who said that? Let me see this shit.
I want everyone watching this to understand something. Upamecano is a highly talented center back that happens to have a Bazo gene. This guy could either dunk on your team tomorrow or turn into Upa Maguire. So I don't want you to think you should not be worried. You should be worried if he turned into prime Maldini. But you should also, realize he could also just be himself in the big games we've seen him in and turn into a Bazo man.
De Ligt's not going to start? No place for De Ligt?
It's annoying because he was our best defender, especially last half of last season. And then I was hoping Kim and De Ligt could build a partnership. But if you actually watch both of them play, aesthetically speaking, they look like trucks. They turn like trucks. And they don't look they look goofy on the ball, but they're efficient. Kim's simple passes are really good, composed on the ball. De Ligt, I would say the same, but I don't know why he got dropped. There's really no reason. I don't think it's because he's been playing bad. I think what it is he going into preseason, he got injured in preseason. So, and then he came back right as the season started. So if you're a coach, you might as well not play him from the start because Upamecano and Kim have built a stronger synergy in training. So maybe that's the reason. But it's also because Upamecano's doing better and Kim's doing really well since he came in. So, and you guys were linked to Kim. You were also linked to Kane.
We were. We linked to
man.
both.
We took everyone from you, man.
It is what it is, So we we wanted them, and our ownership was like, we don't have the money for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, man.
So
Abdullah says it here. I mean, it's because De Ligt isn't better than Upamecano on the ball, and Upamecano on the ball with his passing, it's probably the reason he's starting ahead of De Ligt. Because defensively speaking, De Ligt is just a more natural, like he puts his body on the line. This man, I think, put his testicles on the line in one game. I kid you not. He lost 50% of his testicles making an important block. De Ligt is that guy.
I'm sure. So I'm positive Ten Hag will turn it around. Well, I mean, we'll obviously start with Onana. He'll be obviously a goalkeeper. Then the back four is is going to be Dallo, Lisandro Martinez, Lindelof, and then Reguilon are, left back on loan from Spurs. The midfield is going to be interesting. I think in an ideal world, because for whatever reason, Ten Hag doesn't want to. We obviously, as you know, are down 2 right wingers. No Sancho, no Anthony. And for some reason, he doesn't trust Pellistri yet. So that means that he probably is going to play Bruno on the right, which means that he's probably going to play Casemiro with McTominay and Eriksen in the midfield. You see, guys, just see me just saying that already. I'm like,
he said Bruno right wing. Yo, Davies, man, you don't cook that guy. Oh man, that Portuguese walrus. If you don't cook him for 90 minutes, I need to see Davies active in this game, man. Oh. Go ahead. Sorry,
no, it's okay. Just
you
me
were gonna
saying
tell
it's
me
painful, man. It's painful.
who's playing left wing?
That's how it's going to play. So
wait,
left wing.
Mount?
No, Mount. I don't. People are talking about Mount being back. I don't think Mount is going to be back for. There's rumors that Mount and Varane are in training. So I don't think that necessarily means that they'll be up. But if they are, then okay, you probably would bring in Varane for Lindelof. But I don't think he's going to risk Varane. And then Mount, if Mount is ready, Mount then comes in for probably Eriksen. So it'll probably be Mount, McTominay, and then Casemiro instead. Bruno will still be on the right, and then Rashford on the left, and then Rasmus in the middle. And that's the United team, So does that sound impressive to you, George? Like at all? Does that sound like a team that Bayern?
Nah, I'm not moved. I'm not moved. If we don't beat you by at least 4, okay, at least 3. Tuchel needs to really reevaluate himself.
So if we somehow manage to get a draw, do you think that's the beginning of the end for Thomas Tuchel?
Well, absolutely. I mean, he would have just killed our win streak in the Champions League group stages. Yeah, absolutely. It's the beginning of the end for him. Because at Bayern, you can't draw a game like this against a United team. You're telling me Bruno's going to be right wing. You guys used to have Ryan Giggs, and you used to have Ronaldo. You used to have Van Persie. You were stealing players from Arsenal. You would just call up Van Persie and be like, yo, leave Arsenal, leave Arsene Wenger, man. Pull up at the Theater of Dreams. And players would pull up, man. You used to have a little something. You had Rio Ferdinand at the back and Yap Stam. Now I'm just looking at you and, bro, you're like Burnley now, Nah, I'm joking. Yeah. That's a little bit extreme.
I mean, you say that, but I mean, we play Burnley at the weekend, and if we don't win, then it's.
But old man, this is why sporting directors are important, because Ten Hag, objectively speaking, had a great team at Ajax and was almost coached them to a Champions League final. He beat teams like Real Madrid. He had players like De Jong that he developed into world-class talents that are still on the map today. You bought one of his players, Van de Beek, before he joined. But under Ten Hag and no director of football and no footballing direction, Ten Hag is just buying anyone. Oh, I mean, he just signed Weghorst. Why? I mean, I understand, hold up play, whatever. He has the physicality and the height. The ball sticks with him. The point is, he should have had a footballing structure in place to recruit players, not just for him, but other future managers.
Yeah.
So you guys are in a state where Ten Hag basically gave the green light to sign Mason Mount. And the club, if Bayern were linked to a player like Mount, we would have 50 people say no. We have a board. We have a director of football. If he's like, yo, I don't know about this, and someone else is like, I don't know about this, it's not happening. We were linked to Mason Mount, by the way. I think it was because Tuchel likes him. He likes his character, right? Yeah. Tuchel, I don't know what was going on with his mind. But here's what happened. It got shut down in days because internally I know exactly what happened. The Bayern directors and the football-minded people said, well, No, we're not signing Mason Mount because even if so, managers will like a player sometimes because they like them as people, not as players. They'll just sign some. Mason Mount is probably a model professional. He works hard. He does all the running. But bro, so does Usain Bolt. Everyone does some running, you know. So does a Jamaican man. They be running. So what's the point of just signing players you like? This is why you need a footballing structure, and the manager just has to accept that. Okay, I'm getting this player. Okay, because the club has to think long term. Because the manager is going to get sacked any minute. So why let him have all this influence on transfers? That's why you're struggling.
You're speaking to the choir, George, man. You're speaking to the choir. Unfortunately, the owners of the club currently right now and don't really care, and are supposedly in the process of trying to sell the damn thing. So, but it doesn't seem to be working. So, it's more of a United is run in a way that's more like mates rates. Like, you know, you have a mate and you're like, all right, you know, I've got this particular job, and do you want to come and help me out? And yeah, bro, it's fine, and so on and so forth. That's kind of how United is run. It's not really run from we need to hire the best of the best in a position. It's this person knows this person, and this person can do that person a favor, and that's how Manchester United is run, unfortunately. So just like how Ed Woodward, the previous CEO, who's gone, literally last year, the reason why he was the CEO was because he helped the Glazers buy the club, not because he was actually a good CEO, but just because he helped them buy the club. So, there you go. You can be a CEO of the club now and be in charge of all the sporting decisions.
Oh, that's crazy.
So,
yeah, I'm happy for you guys to keep failing, if I'm being real. But it is kind of sad to see a name like United just fall like from grace like this. Because, yeah.
Kieran says, what is it? What's the guy saying? Ten Hag didn't bite workers. The board had no money and said, I think zero strike because of the glass breaking. Marshall took what was best available on the freebie. I mean, there's an element of truth to that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, true. But my point is, your manager has more power over transfers than any other manager in world football because there's no structure that has a philosophy of future players and recruitment. There's no recruitment process. It's just we need a striker, and then they ask Ten Hag, who do you think you want? And maybe he gives a really good name like Kane. Kane solves all our problems, but they can't afford Kane. And so they go down a list, and it's like, hey, let's get Weghorst. But if he had a director of football, that guy would have he could have gone to Sporting, one of these clubs, and found one of their strikers, you know? One of these, there was a striker out there in Portugal. His name is Karimi. Good, does everything Weghorst does, plus he scores goals. And he would have been cheap as hell. You could have signed him for a year or two. You could have gotten Choupo-Moting from Bayern. But there was a moment of uncertainty with his future. You could have come in and given him a 2-year deal, and he would have done what Weghorst does, plus more. So my point is, if you had a recruitment structure in place that had an idea of the kind of profiles to go after, you wouldn't be all over the place. What kind of team signs Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount? Because they do the exact same thing. They lose the ball a lot when they're trying to attack. They're basically a carbon copy of each other. If you're going to get Bruno Fernandes, a player that is a volume player, like he's trying that hero ball, then you got to fill him with a bunch of ball retention players. A bunch of fast players that can. Why would you buy Sancho and Bruno? Sancho is a ball defeat. If you really want Bruno to succeed with all his freaking long balls, you need a player like Haaland that just runs the channels and is constantly making runs. You need a Kolo Muani even if you're going to make Bruno successful. You don't buy Sancho, who's a ball defeat kind of guy, and Bruno's always making these long balls over the top. So it's just if you had that basic structure of player profile in place, you would be signing players that match that certain profile. I'll say this right now. Lisandro Martinez was probably one of the smartest buys you guys made. But to partner him with Varane, it is no, sorry, not Varane.
Lindelof, you mean?
Well, actually, damn, all your center backs are trash, man. You got like I'm trying to think of who.
Well, I always rated Baye personally. So
no, Varane's good, and him and Lisandro Martinez is a good partnership. I'm just saying, I never see them play together because one's always injured.
I mean, you know, he's going to play with Maguire at some point this season. That I know for certain, man. So like, just moving on. I did say we'll do a combined 11. So I'll get that out there. I'll just quickly change my.
Yeah. So I gave you Onana.
So defense wise, let me get. In fact, you know what? I'll just. There we go. Change that out. There we go. So Onana.
Yo, this guy Lucky Singh he's really after Scott McTominay. He says he's going to be after the match. He says if you don't perform tomorrow, I will go in on you. That's kind of sus, man.
I mean, I don't even know. Will Scott McTominay even play? He probably will. Actually, he probably will. If Mount unless Mount
Scott, yeah, he might.
So does
right
anyone?
Back, I don't even care if he starts. Mazraoui's better than all your right backs, so just put him in.
Yeah, he's better than Tavares. I'll just spell his name again. Mazo.
MASR. No. Z. Sorry, Z. Sorry, not SZ.
Oh, Z. Okay.
RA. Yeah, that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Center back. It's gonna be Upamecano and Kim.
No place for Lisandro.
Bro, this guy is in no man's land.
Come on, Lisandro. You got to give like at least Lisandro doesn't necessarily have a bozo gene in him.
Well, your team's getting cooked. You're conceding goals like crazy. I can't put him in there. Upamecano has a bozo gene, but he hasn't revealed it so far this season. So
that's true.
Yeah, let's just put Upamecano and Kim, who's better than every defender you have at that club, including your fourth. Kim is so good, man.
I can't.
No, put him left center back because it makes more sense.
So I thought that's what I clicked.
Because Upamecano's right center back.
Yeah,
there we go. Wow, this is a super complicated combined 11.
Yeah, it's.
I'm sorry, that. I mean, a lot of United fans will only see the Bozo moments from Upamecano, but yeah, he's getting in this team. I don't care. Right now, he's doing great.
So why is that searching?
So UPA.
Oh, sorry, UPA.
There we go. Okay.
Left
back Davies. Wait, maybe Reguilon's doing his thing.
He's literally played one game. I mean,
Roberto Carlos is out injured, bro.
Yeah, maybe. I can't. I mean, he had an okay game against Bayern, but we still lost. So, I mean, you could put Davies there if you want.
Okay, yeah, Davies, of course. No, I was just thinking because Davies started off the season. I mean, he had one really not a great game against Leverkusen, but I don't think you guys would have beat Leverkusen in their current form.
No.
Let's go.
So the midfield.
Kimmich has to be in there. Casemiro has to be in there. And
so if we do this, not that, sorry.
Yeah, do that.
That
4-2-3-1.
Kimmich and Casemiro's 2 CDMs.
Yeah, do one of those 4-2-3-1s though. So we have an attacking midfielder. So we can put Bruno in there. No, I'm joking. Bruno won't be in there.
He's probably not going to be in the midfield for Manchester United.
See, here's the thing. Casemiro with no legs is still your best midfielder.
Is anyone here, to be honest? Because Eriksen hasn't been great. McTominay's awful. And Bruno's been on the right.
What Casemiro needs is a player next to him that covers distance. And then he can break him down.
That's what Amrabat was brought in for.
Amrabat is a cultured Italian Italian league kind of player. Lots of energy, great engine, but I'm not sure about him on the ball, which is what Casemiro needs to complement him. You guys should be trying everything to replicate that Madrid midfield with Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro. Casemiro anchors the midfield and then allows Toni Kroos and Modric to run around and just play the actual game of football. So I don't think Amrabat fulfills either of those roles.
I just to say, Hamza, I'm for this. I want to see Tuchel and McTominay speaking to each other, laughing to each other.
I want to see it too, so he can get sacked faster. There's no way my manager should be seen talking to that bum McTominay, man.
Talking about January transfers and stuff like that. Like, we'll get you in January. It's fine.
Nah, we ain't getting you in January, man. You're gonna stay at United. They need you. You're a superstar in that team. Just stay there, man. Get your money up.
We'll take 30 mil. We'll take 30 mil money. Give us
all right. Right mid. We're gonna do Sane.
Let's have a look.
Leroy.
Sorry, right mid. Sorry.
Yeah. You're not doing that left wing thing anymore. Attacking midfielder. Muller's not in form. Old man needs to retire. He might need to join your crew. Old man G. Old man M. Old man Muller.
I mean, the only player we have to play is Bruno.
Yeah, well, Muller's going to be better than Bruno every day of the week. So if you're doing that, then Muller's going to be in the team.
Do United have anybody else that can play here? I can't.
You don't have anyone else that can play attacking midfielder. The thing is, Muller's still not as bad as Bruno, despite the fact that he's a Bayern legend, one of our greatest players ever, but he's finished right now. He needs to just retire, become a coach, because some of the touches I'm seeing, man, I know that's just old man genes kicking in. He's 33.
Really? 33? I thought he was younger than that for some reason.
No, he's 34. Sorry. Yeah, he's old.
I thought he turned 30, actually.
Yeah, he's 34,
man. But we don't have anybody, and I agree. I'm sorry, United fans. I'm sorry. Like, we don't have anybody. We don't have anybody.
Damn, you guys are trash, man. Oh, my. Rashford?
Do we give Rashford at least?
Just pop Rashford in left mid.
And then,
because for us it's going to be Gnabry, right?
And Rashford's better than Gnabry.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to give that. He's better than Gnabry.
This guy just said Bruno hate is crazy. He would be your best player after Kane. Yeah, nah. You might be smoking something, man. Oh my gosh, Pablo Escobar has been selling drugs to the wrong person. Jeez.
Oh, actually, Musiala. I forgot about Musiala.
No, he got injured. He's not even going to start the game.
He's not available.
I mean, he would be in here. He'd walk in too. But right now, I mean, we're talking about who's going to start, because I don't think Musiala is going to start. But if he does start, then he would be in this team. Yeah. Obviously, striker Matisse. Oh, hell nah. Move Rashford out. Put in Matisse Tell.
Oh, come on. You got to give us.
He's scoring every week, man.
You got to. Is he a striker or is he a left winger though? Is he a striker or left mid?
He's both. His last assist versus Leverkusen was saucy. He almost won us the game with that. Yo, put him in. Rashford ain't in form, man. I saw Saeed. It ain't easy. I saw him, bro. He was crying about Rashford.
Well, because striker, I'm going to give it to Harry Kane. There's no day.
Yeah, exactly. So just slide in Matisse Tell in there real quick.
Like,
I know he's going to be on the bench.
There's only 1, 2. Rashford's basically our third only United player. You got to give at least one. Like, it's already Brian Thomas.
We're basing it off of how many goals you guys can score, and to be honest, you're scoring 0 goals. So the fact that you have 3 players in here is kind of bizarre to me.
Oh man. I mean, okay, if I can't find him in the filter, then I'll stick with Rashford. So if he's there, how do you spell his name again? Sorry.
Matye or YS. Yeah.
Matye.
No. You got to put an H, man. Matisse. Yeah. Look, HY. Okay. Damn. Oh, there he is, man. See, left mid right there. He does it. He does it all. He's a utility man.
Yeah. Okay.
He's better than Rashford. We're cooking. All right, cool. Obviously, striker, we gonna have, of course, Kane.
It's gonna be Kane. I don't know why it's still.
Tuchel said he can start. If Musiala can start, then he's gonna be in this team too. But he's not even in form.
Mo, I don't know what you want me to say. I got to go by who's in form, and the reality is that really none of our team are in form.
Yeah,
like at
Matisse
all. Like I can't.
is one of our most informed players. The kid's coming on, scoring, he's getting assists, and he's barely playing. He's coming off the bench and doing these things. So imagine if he actually started games. Apart,
Charlie says, I agree. Bruno tore up for well, it's for It's international.
damn, brother. Even the Bayern fans are saying I'm pushing it. Get Rashford in. All right, fine, man. Let's get Rashford in. No, Palestri. He's better than Rashford too.
Palestri is more on the right though. Palestri be more on the right. I've not really seen Palestri.
It's funny because he's literally one of your more technical wingers, and he barely plays.
I know. I don't understand it either.
Garnacho. Oh yeah, we could have put in Garnacho.
Oh, Garnacho. I mean, yeah, actually, yeah. Okay, let's put in Garnacho.
No. I mean, if you're gonna go with Rashford, go with Rashford. But I'm just saying you could put in Garnacho.
Chat, what do you think, Rashford or Garnacho?
Nah, I think Garnacho. He's so like, he's one of those players you watch him, and you're just like, what's this world class quality people are talking about? Because I don't see it.
World class quality. He's still he's obviously still a young player, still developing.
When Musiala broke through at Bayern, we all saw what he was about. Great close control, amazing dribbling.
People saying play Maguire instead of Upamecano. There's a few of those that
we got Maguire stands in the chat, man.
So I think people don't like the idea. There's a lot of Bayern fans. I mean, even most says you better beat us 5-0. I want to see you here tomorrow if that's not the case. So I mean, if we do somehow beat you, you do have to come on a post-match stream.
All right, if you beat me, I'm gonna show up on a post-match stream. It's gonna be big.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. So I'm not putting it in my schedule.
No, that's fine. It's fine. I want to hear I want to hear if we slap you somehow, which is not going to happen. I need to hear Tuchel out.
Hey, look, stop talking about Anthony like that. He ain't slapping everybody. He ain't slapping us. Just because all your players are smacking their girls, then that don't mean you got to smack us. Come on, that's domestic violence or international violence now.
Hamza, Rashford, Bruno, and Martinez in. To be honest, I mean, I'm trying to make a case for Martinez and Rashford. I think Martinez should go over.
See, these guys still live in that world where Bruno's like getting assists every single day. If we lose against this United, I will take a break from football, says Samasic. See, everyone knows, man, we have to win. We have no excuses. But I feel a draw, man. A draw could be coming. Yo, take off Matisse Tau and put your guy in. One of your guys.
Put Rashford in. Okay,
you could put Garnacho or Rashford. We asked the question and someone said put Rashford in. So
yeah, it seems like a few people said put Rashford in instead. Okay, so put Rashford in just because. But I mean,
all right, cool.
He needs to perform better. Like he needs to. If he's gonna. Going for one, he needs to perform better. But we'll see what happens. But I mean, this is what 8-3. Onana, Casemiro, and Rashford.
Be honest, dude. Musiala. If it wasn't Muller, it'd be Musiala. See, you guys just have a team that lacks quality. That's why I had to do this to you. Your team doesn't inspire me. I don't read any name off your team sheet and go, ooh. Wow. If Jadon Sancho was in form, yeah, he would kind of put that fear in me. Even Rashford, I think his pace is just devastating for teams. But we have pace too, It's not this. I think every black winger got pace these days, so it ain't nothing special anymore. Rashford used to, he's his pace, but now everyone has pace. So even Matoma, you got Japanese people running at the same speed as him, and yeah, man. So the pace thing is just kind of leaving Rashford, and now we need to see his ability, his decision making, because you got guys like Rafael Leao who, I mean, they're looking better than him. You got, that guy Doku at City. He's looking exciting. He's looking new, different, fast. So well, I hope it's a good game.
As we round up the show, I mean, like the score predictions. So, I mean, you were saying like it would be a draw.
I'm going to be honest. I don't believe in my team due to what we've been going through over the last. What is this layout? Man, you got different screens.
I've got to find a way to make the transition quicker. But sorry, go on.
Yeah, so I don't believe we're really that great at the moment. And I'm not the only one that feels that way. A lot of fans aren't seeing a clear style of play, but I'm hoping tomorrow we get our ruthlessness back because Bayern used to be a name and we still terrify teams. I'm sure you have that feeling in your stomach, like, we got to play Bayern. I don't really feel that about United right now. I felt that when we played City, like, damn, we got to play Man City. God damn, Pep's going to do this to us. So City have that fear factor. Madrid still have it for me. Like, if we had to play Madrid, I would have these weird feelings in my stomach because I know it's just, man, Chouameni, Camavinga, they're going to cook us. But I don't feel that for you. And I wouldn't be surprised if a City fan didn't feel that about us. And we need to reimpose the fear everyone used to have for Bayern. So I'm hoping for a non-draw tomorrow, but I see a 1-1. I see a low score, and I really don't do score predictions, but I see a draw, man. And it's gonna be like when you're gonna defend really well. We're gonna struggle to break through. We're gonna go side to side, and then you're gonna hit us on the counter. I can see the script because it's happened so many times since Tuchel came in, and even before Tuchel, we had it under Nagelsmann. Nothing has really changed.
I mean, a draw for me would be a fantastic result for the way this Manchester United team is, but I'm like, I think was it Matthew said at the beginning, I'm predicting a 3-0 loss, and I'm sorry for the United fans that are watching, but like it's 3-0 would be a good result for Manchester United because I mean we say defending well. The reality is that like United, I think conceded was it 10 goals? I think in their first 5 games in the Premier League, we've just conceded 3 goals to Brighton, conceded 3 goals against Arsenal, conceded 2 goals against Spurs.
If we don't beat you though, that's going to be even worse for us, man.
Which it will, So, but defensive wise, part of the issue is that like while I don't think our defense is terrible, the fact is that the Manchester midfield, they just don't have any legs. So the midfield actually coming back, actually marking, actually trying to help the centre backs. It's just not there. Like, and the amount of times you're just seeing like we're just getting done based on set pieces, crosses, whatever, because people just aren't marking anybody. The defensive awareness just isn't there. And we're just easy to play through, So really and truly, unless like Ten Hag parks the bus somehow, and then
you don't think he will?
I don't think he'll park the bus completely. I mean, yes, we do have Rashford and Rasmus are quite quick. So like I'm surprised by how quick Rasmus actually is for a Norwegian guy. So it's possible that he uses those two players as a sort of quick and was it Onana, Bruno, whatever it is, quick counter attack, etc. Run at you guys. That's definitely a possibility. But as you said, you've got your quick guys as well. So I don't really see the advantage of it, considering that you have a better midfield, a better defense, and you have quick wingers. Harry Kane isn't particularly quick, so I think that I think Lindelof and Alexandre can probably deal with Harry Kane. And when Harry Kane has played against us, he's not really been that much of a problem. So I think we will actually be able to handle Kane.
Fair, you were playing against Spurs.
We were, but it's still like, but as a number 9, when your centre backs are facing against him, he's like, because he's not that quick. Like he's good in the air, don't get me wrong, but he's not that quick, so it's easy to sort of is somewhat easy to defend against. But the thing with Kane is that Kane's link-up play is actually really good, and I don't think we can deal with your wingers, to be honest, because we just don't have the quality to do with it. So 3-0, man. Sorry, yeah, he is Danish. Sorry, Amsa. Yeah, I got that wrong. He's not Norwegian, he's Danish. Samasi is saying 2-2, but I know you're trying to reverse jinx this for some reason. I don't know why you're trying to reverse jinx when you're favorites. So
yeah.
1 Bayern late goalless winner. 5-0 says I wanted to Bayern. Bayern 3, United 0. I mean, you should win this, George. You should win this.
Yeah, we should, but you never know.
You never know. You never know, bud. Right. Thanks for everyone watching, guys. Really appreciate it. George, just shout out your thanks for coming onto the channel. Really appreciate it. Just shout out your channel, like where people can find you, socials, all that stuff.
Well, obviously Bayern Now. Sorry, I got distracted there for a second.
No
Bayern
worries.
Now and at Now Bayern on Twitter. I'm tweeting a lot. Or sorry, X, Elon. I misgendered your platform. My bad. So yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. Are you doing a watch along?
No, I'm busy. I'm doing a match reaction though.
Okay. So you guys can pop in for the match reaction if you watch my channel, but I'm gonna be doing a match watch along. So yeah, man, I'm hoping we win and get this over the line because, oof, man, I'm not happy with this team and the way we played against Leverkusen.
I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. Shout out to Thomas, salute for bringing him on. Funny dude. I subscribe. So there you go. You've got another subscriber.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Appreciate it. Right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, everyone, and peace. Cheers. Peace.